Hey there, I'm author Shannon Reber, and this is Genre's Bookshop podcast. And today I am interviewing author Deb Madar, who is one of the authors in the bookshop and and the author of what I think is your best book so far.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. So introduce yourself, tell us about your book, and yeah, sell it to
Okay.
us.
Well, I'm Debbie Madar, and I'm pretty much a product of Chautauqua County. And when I retired from a few decades of teaching, I had a challenge by my oldest child who said, "Why don't you do something like write something?" So that's how my writing career started. I took the challenge. My third book is A Deeper Dive, and it just launched May 15th. It will be in the genres shop by next week if everything goes as planned.
I'm so excited.
I am too. I am too. I, you know, Thankfully, Shannon's a treasure to local authors. So yeah, thank you.
Ah.
Where do you want to go? I mean,
Well, all right. So the story there, without spoilers, I mean, I don't know how much you actually want to share, but it takes place in Westfield, which is where
it,
I live.
it
So
is it is an imagined Westfield.
yes, 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 yes.
As a writer, Shannon, I know you know what I'm talking about. Um,
Yes,
it's set in the Prenderson Library.
which
Um,
ours is the Patterson.
Patterson.
So
I don't stray too far from the real village in a lot of other ways.
yes,
And
agree.
yeah, it is set in an imaginative Westfield, as will the other two, I hope. Something
I
new for
didn't know there was
me.
gonna be more. I'm so
You
excited.
it lent, I hope you're going to agree, it lends itself to what I am not a reader of series. Shannon, don't kill me. I don't know why. I don't have a bias. I just never was hooked. But half of my readership with the other two books, when I would see them in person or they would email me and say, "I hope there's a sequel," and be like, "No, there is not." I don't. But as I was halfway through A Deeper Dive about 2 years ago, um, I realized that this character could certainly handle some other cold cases. So
Most definitely,
I'm,
yes.
I'm into my fourth book, the second part of the series, or the second book of the series, and it's really. I should shut up. I'm going to curse, but it's so much easier. It's coming so much easier, and I suddenly, figured out it's because I've got this groundwork already.
Exactly. You know the
Yeah.
characters.
Yes. So
Yeah.
A Deeper Dive and Mira O'Connor will have a couple. I think two follow-ups. I don't think I would go beyond that. So
Okay. Okay.
yeah.
That's
So
awesome.
thank you. I'm glad you're happy about that. Um, I wanted to say, since you're kind of giving me carte blanche, that this book is so different from my other two novels.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, they were mysteries, but with a psychological bent. I mean,
Yes,
with
yes.
Convergence, most people knew two chapters in who the perpetrator would be. And certainly with Dark Riddle, you knew from the second chapter.
Yeah, yeah.
The enigma that I wanted to present is, why would a person do what these people did in these particular books? So
Right.
I challenged myself with A Deeper Dive. I should say, I come from a long line of therapists. I have two siblings who are therapists. So
Oh,
with Convergence and Dark Riddle, I had this wonderful primary resource and, professional advice on the mentality of my characters. This
Oh,
one, I just decided I'm going to try to write a whodunit. And so this is a more traditional mystery. Hopefully you don't know by the first chapter.
no, I definitely didn't.
That's good to know.
I suspected, but I was surprised at the end. I was like, oh
Okay.
no, nope, nope, nope. It can't be that person. Because everything got explained away. It's just yeah, but no. Mm-mm. You did surprise me, and you
That's
creeped me out
so.
too, by the way.
That's my aim. I am the queen of dark. Um,
I might have you topped just a
yeah,
little bit
you
there.
are the queen of dark. That's undisputed. Yeah, I shouldn't have said that, but I do have to say that I will see former students. I taught 7 through 12, but near the end of my career, which was at Chautauqua Lake High School, I had mainly juniors and seniors, and many of them are loyal readers, which really makes me happy. They
That's
wouldn't
awesome.
read, they wouldn't read what I assigned most of the somehow, I'm writing it. And they had a few, well, they're kids. They're not exactly kids now, but they're kids to me.
Close
They'll come
enough.
up to me and say, I can't believe you have those thoughts. It's darker than you ever knew. So,
Exactly, exactly.
yeah. So, but it's delightful to have any readers, but to have those kids, it's really nice,
I
very
can
nice.
understand that,
Yeah,
yes. Now
yeah,
you taught English, is that correct?
I did. I
Okay,
did.
all right. Well, I
Hmm.
have to say, if you ever decide to go into the editing business, you were an
Ugh,
awesome editor when it came to the short stories that you helped with. You were
oh,
amazing.
yeah. I mean, I have the background, but I
Exactly.
don't think I would want to do that.
It's like
It's
being a
too much
teacher
like
again, isn't it?
work. Yes, it's too much like work. Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. And I was tough. I was really tough. The brighter the kid, the tougher I would be in
Okay,
terms of not just copy editing, but yeah, content.
right.
And actually, about a couple of years ago, I was at a local restaurant, and one of my formers, who I loved, um, had aspirations from high school to be a writer. And he probably, this is 6 years after he graduated, and he was my waiter at the restaurant.
Okay.
So we talked about he had just submitted a few short stories to some magazines, and oh, he's working it. And
That's
I was
awesome.
amazed, and I said, oh, I'm so proud of you, that's amazing. And he said, yeah, I've been getting mostly rejections at this point. I said, oh, and this is before I had started a writing career. And
Okay.
he said, oh, that's got to be so hard. He said, well, I had you for AP English, so I was kind of used to reading. That tells you anything about my personality. But anyway, so yeah,
Well, I mean, you set
Shannon.
a
But
basis
no,
for him, so now he's not
that's what
floored by rejections.
that's what he said. That's what he said.
That's
But
fun. I love
yeah,
that.
he's in New York now. He's working it. I
Oh,
haven't heard from him in about a year, but
okay.
I mean, he's determined that he is going to do that.
That is amazing.
Wonderful. Yeah.
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 And
Yeah.
I've heard from other writers that starting out with publishing in magazines is a really good way to go.
Yeah.
A good way to get a following.
And to be able, if you're looking to go traditional and get an agent, to be able to say, I've
Right.
been published in
Yep.
these journals. Absolutely. Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Hmm.
amazing.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
now hold on. We got to go back to Dark Riddle though, because
Okay.
one of my favorite parts of your story is the supernatural element.
Oh, you mean deeper dive, or do
Yeah,
you mean deeper
I
dive?
do
Yeah.
mean deeper dive.
Yeah.
Yes. The supernatural element of
Yeah.
deeper dive. Yeah, I'm sorry. I need to be clearer in my
I know
speech.
that dark riddle and deeper dive. You're not the only person that has made those
Whoops.
titles are too many D's.
I understand. Yeah, well, I apologize. Yeah, I do that.
That's okay.
Okay, so the supernatural element was my favorite part of the story, but going to Lilydale, that was very fun. So
Yeah.
I'm curious about your ghost feelings. Do you believe in ghosts?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
I am Sicilian on my father's side and Scottish on my mother's side. My mother
Oh,
actually, my father was a American born, but
okay.
my mother came over on a boat from Scotland at age 3, and I mean, she believed, and we all believed. I married a science teacher the second time around, and he's just horrified that my whole family, if most of them are in the state but not in Western New York any longer, and whenever they come, we're going to Lilydale. That's a given to me. Yeah.
Okay, okay.
Mhm.
So your husband is not a believer.
No, he went with us. Actually, a little family group went. He went with us and brought the dog just so he could jog. He wasn't going to have a reading, and we kept saying all the dogs in Lilydale just started howling as soon as he came on the. No, he is not. And hey, that's his.
Oh
That's
yeah,
perfect. Okay.
exactly.
Yeah. So, and he loved the book. He loved that part of the book.
Oh,
So,
that's good.
yeah.
So
Yeah, and
he's a reader of your work?
oh, he has no choice, Shannon.
See, I tried
Yes,
to
he
not give
is.
my husband a choice, but he just doesn't like to read what I write. So,
Yeah.
you know.
Well, Gary does do. He's a beta reader for me, and he
Okay,
likes
okay.
that. He's one of several, and yeah, he's pretty proud of me. He tries to explain what the book is about to people, and some like, no more, no more. Yeah, no, he's greatly supportive. So
That's fabulous.
yeah, it is. It is. The Lilydale thing. What was I? Oh, I wanted to say to you, and this is not a spoiler alert, I don't believe,
Okay.
but Victoria Erickson, my medium in A Deeper Dive,
Hmm.
will be a recurring character
Oh, good.
in the series. Yeah.
Okay. That's
Uh,
amazing.
so yeah.
Okay. And
Mhm.
the police chief and the other two friends, or I'm sorry.
All the friends. There
Okay,
are
okay.
three
Three
friends.
friends. I'm sorry.
That's okay. Don't be sorry.
It has been
Believe
a couple
me.
of months. It has been a
Yeah.
couple of months since I read it.
All three of those friends will be in the book. So will Johnny Lavallo, who is the sheriff.
Okay.
Yes,
That's
yes.
awesome.
And there will be a new character who is Canine, who I'm in love with. I just have made up this character that I am totally in love with. But anyway,
Uh-huh.
yeah. So for the second book, that
Okay,
is,
okay.
yeah,
Oh, that's fabulous. Well,
yeah.
yeah, that is something that I always put an animal into my books because Joel doesn't like he doesn't want to have a dog in our apartment. So I was like, fine, I'll just write them into every book that I do. I'll be fine. I mean, we have cats. We have
That's
cats. That's fine.
hysterical. That is hysterical. Well, since you gave your personal life slant on that, my new character is named Frank, and he's a wiener dog. It's a perfect name. He's based on our Max, who our dachshund, who we had for 17 years. So it's
Oh,
really, I mean, we lost him quite a few years ago,
okay.
but I'm writing him in. It's like I'm just falling in love with him. Oh my God. So anyway,
Oh.
he's new, but I think he's pretty cool.
Well,
Yeah.
Frank is a very cute name too.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's a woman at the Y who has a little Maltese, and the tiny little white dogs.
Yeah. Yeah.
She wanted to get this dog, but her husband said she wasn't allowed to name him anything frou frou, so she named him Frank the Tank.
Ah,
This little teensy white dog. So now I hear Frank and I think Frank the Tank.
that's
No?
amazing. That is good.
Uh,
Uh,
just FYI, there are ghost stories that take place at the Y that you could integrate into one of your upcoming stories just in
wow, that's
case.
interesting. That's
Uh-huh.
very interesting.
Uh-huh.
Where can I get the goods on those? Are they
Uh
written down or
let's see. I think there are just certain people who have said they've experienced something,
I
but
see.
that would be pretty much everybody who's ever worked there has said that
Uh-huh.
they've felt things.
Wow.
Nobody's ever said it was malevolent. They feel like it's a good spirit.
Mm-hmm.
But
Mm-hmm.
I love that stuff. I absolutely love it. I don't
Yeah.
believe, but I love it. So
Uh-huh.
I think it's fun, and I like the idea of you maybe putting a bookstore in the
There,
Y.
there should be a bookstore in that town somewhere. Good point. Let me write a couple notes here because I'll never remember. No, but yeah. Well, thanks for that.
Oh,
That's good.
absolutely.
Um, Again, if you give me a sign if you think I'm doing some spoilers
Okay.
here, but um, actually, there are some factual parts of a deeper dive that do hearken to the real Westfield. And one of them is when Meryl, my main character,
Mm.
becomes a podcaster. Her first interview is with a woman from Westfield who, as a teen, falls in love with a POW who is, do you remember this? It's early in
Yes.
the book.
Yes. 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 Yes.
Interview. That is all that's the truth.
Oh my
Based
goodness.
upon Shannon, I don't even know if you would know Billy Dibble. Did you ever
I
know Billy,
yes.
the
Yes, I
town?
know that name. Yes.
I used to bring my 11th and 12th graders to the Patterson to do research. We would get on a bus, and if you could see some of my kids from Mayville who would look around that beautiful and go, wow, this is amazing. But she was the local archives librarian, and they would, if they had a topic that had anything to do with the county, or she would talk to them, and I loved her. And I, I'm sure I did. I know I read it. She told this story to some of my kids, but I also read about it later, which is that was her actual experience. That
That's
as a
amazing.
teenager, she had a wonderful relationship, and it was sort of young love that grew into this 60-year friendship. They wrote
Ah,
back and forth all those years. They each married. It wasn't a romantic love, but it was
okay.
this beautiful story. So I stole it. I mean, I didn't steal, give credit to her, but
Right.
it's deceased. But anyway, so there are some things that um, I'm trying to think if there's anything else in a deeper dive that's based on fact from Westfield. That one for
Well,
certain.
I'm hoping a murder isn't one of the things that is the factual. Fingers
Not
crossed it's not the murder.
to my knowledge. Not
Well,
to my
shoo.
knowledge. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Uh,
Uh,
well. I
the Oh, go ahead.
Oh, well, I was just gonna say, like with everything that you did put in that was, Westfieldish, even Larry's. Going to Larry's, the only thing is the waitress. Well, there aren't a lot of waitresses at Larry's. But that's okay because it's
Oh,
in your head.
yes, exactly. Thank you. Yes, it is.
Yes,
And
exactly.
Larry's is in the second book. It's
Oh,
definitely,
good.
yeah. Mhm.
Uh-huh, uh-huh. Well,
So,
I really enjoyed those things, but I enjoyed the things that were, human, I suppose. The friends who, they uh they come up with these amazing careers after their careers are over. And I just found that absolutely fabulous. So if you I don't think it will be a spoiler to talk about the the careers after their careers.
Yeah, I don't think it will be either. I hope not. I'm actually doing my first this is my first presentation,
Oh,
my talk with you, but I'm speaking at the Bemis Point Library next week, and
oh,
they asked me to do a little talk. So I am talking about exactly that,
okay.
the friendships that pretty much bolster women of a certain age, mine, especially my peer group. I can talk about some real people, real friends of mine who have retired from one thing and just gone for it, just gone for what the dream was when they were young women. When my characters and my friends and myself were growing up, if we were college bound, we typically were middle class kids, college bound. Typically, we had two choices as women: nurse or
Or
teacher.
teacher. Okay.
I
Yes.
have experienced with my own circle of friends, they have come back with a vengeance. I mean, most of them were nurses or teachers, but
Okay. Yeah.
they're doing amazing things. So Meryl's friends, Jenna, Sherry, and I'm going to forget her name. That's good. Kate are pretty much based on real people in my own life. And
Oh, that's amazing.
I think that empowerment is something that it's a gift that your friends can give you. My friends have given me, for certain. So
That's
thank you for
amazing.
asking. Thank you for asking about that. I want that to be heavy-handed, but I wanted it. It had to be a force for Meryl's deciding to keep living.
Yes, yes. It
After all.
definitely was, and I didn't find it heavy-handed at all. I thought it was amazing and inspiring too, really.
That's so good to hear. Thank you. Thank
But
you.
I gotta say, I am depressed that I don't know anybody who makes like, I mean, I know that there's Kate in town who makes the fabulous beach glass jewelry, but I don't think she scuba dives to go get it.
Um,
I want to know that person.
okay, this is my mouse pad that my husband bought me. Can you see what it is?
Oh, I love it.
Okay, so the woman who designed this cover and the Convergence cover
Mhm.
is my friend. And she just told me the other day, hey, if you're talking about me, tell him my name. Her name is Kathy Holzer. She and I have been friends since seventh grade. She was a
Ah,
French teacher, a violinist. She did all kinds of things while she taught.
okay.
But she is a sea glass jewelry maker and she's phenomenal.
I want to see her stuff.
Well, you can. She's in Fredonia. Actually, Shannon, she is at the farmers market in Fredonia every Saturday.
Okay, okay,
She lives in Florida during the rotten months, and
okay.
she does a lot of craft shows around in there. And she makes fabulous stuff, just beautiful.
That's
Thank
very
you
cool.
for. She's gonna love the fact. Believe that I didn't prompt you to do that, but anyway.
I'm a huge fan of jewelry. So as soon as I hear about people who make jewelry, I'm like, oh, 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 that sounds awesome. Ooh.
Hers is unreal. She's, just like my character, she's taken a silversmithing class. So she's doing some insetting that is amazing. Shannon, she never cuts the glass. All she does
Oh,
too, she doesn't, well, she drills it obviously if she's
yeah,
making earrings, but she may put a little oil on it, but she matches, particularly with earring. Well, it doesn't matter for any piece of jewelry that has multiple pieces of glass.
yeah.
She matches it, and that's about it. She does not change its natural contour, and her
Cool.
stuff is just beautiful. She's gotten into fusing. You know what? I will. If you want to look at her stuff, I know she would be fine.
Okay.
We'll talk later.
Okay, deal. All
Yeah. Yes, she
right,
is.
but everybody else now knows about it too. So this is
Yeah,
good.
that's great. It's great. right. Yeah. Yeah. Some people, I mean, a lot of people, I will see a stranger, in Wegmans, and I know they have Kathy's jewelry on.
Oh,
A lot of
okay.
a lot of people, and again, she's at the farmer's market tomorrow morning. So
I'm at the shop though, so
yeah, I know you're doing your own crafting. But anyway, I just asked her why she didn't do um, the Westfield craft show. And she said, because they want more than one day. And she's just one of those people. She's got so much.
yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
she's a watercolorist. She is a tournament level pickleball champion. I mean, she's
Oh,
serious. She was always this great racket sport person. She used to, when she played tennis, she played in the men's league.
okay.
So she's just good.
That's
It's
awesome.
one day I can give, but not two.
Yeah, that
Anyway,
makes perfect sense.
yeah.
Well,
So
that's even I gotta say that's even more inspiring to hear that these ladies are, written from people you know, and yeah,
they're,
that's awesome.
they're hybrids. Don't mistake me. I would say that Jenna, Kathy's character, is the closest to Kathy. The
Okay.
others they're hybrids, but
Okay.
they're still based on real folks
That's
that
amazing.
I'm very happy to have in my life for many years, which
That's
is it's a
fabulous.
blessing. It's a
Yeah,
gift,
yeah,
you know.
agreed.
So I wanted to celebrate that a bit in the book.
Yeah. And yeah, that was one of my favorite parts because I mean it's a mystery. You got the supernatural element, but it's the friendships that really make the story. And
Yeah.
the support system that all of them have through each other. And I loved that.
Oh, that's so good to hear. Thank you.
Absolutely. Okay, so you need to let us know where we can find a deeper dive.
Okay, you
Okay.
can find it at Genres Books Shop in Westfield. I will have those for you, Shannon. Tell me what day of the week June 6th is.
I don't
I
even
don't
know.
know. They're coming on a truck.
Okay,
And
gotcha.
I will get myself to Westfield shortly thereafter. So
Perfect.
let's say June 7th.
June 7th. All right. So they will be there then.
Yes, Bob Lingle at Good Neighbor
I
Bookstore.
wanted to ask if you were selling at Good Neighbor.
I am.
Good.
My publisher, who I love, um, supposedly has sent Bob copies, but Bob is so efficient. I thought he would let me know, and he hasn't. So, but those
Okay.
will be there.
Okay,
And
okay.
of course, Amazon. They are available on Amazon. I am
Perfect.
going to have an audio book on Amazon of A Deeper Dive within 10 days.
That's
That's when.
amazing.
Thank you. That was
Congratulations.
Shannon. Yeah, but for your audience, it was Shannon's help and guidance that got me, and my daughter-in-law, who is the
Mm-hmm.
narrator, who is an
Mm-hmm.
actress and a voiceover special. So anyway, that's coming
That's
also.
so exciting. I am
And
definitely getting that.
I think it's wonderful, but as I told you, Shannon, it's like series. I don't listen to audiobooks, but people are so fervent
Yeah.
about, yeah, I'm finding that hey,
Mm-hmm.
keep learning.
Exactly. But seriously, with audiobooks, it's wonderful because you can read, while you're doing the dishes after dinner or, while you're cooking, and you don't have to stop and seriously, I don't
Yeah,
do laundry without an audiobook playing. I refuse. So I always have an audiobook, and I mean, it's the best thing that has happened to my reading.
that's great. Well, I can understand. I really can understand it because I do listen to podcasts.
Okay.
My main character is a podcaster.
Exactly.
So I understand it. Like you, I'm listening to a podcast when I'm doing all those domestic
Hey.
kitty. Um,
Uh,
so anyway, yeah, that I'm excited about that. I'm
I'm
excited
stoked.
about that.
I'm trying to keep cat butt off the screen, but she just
He's insisting.
she is. And she smells terrible.
Oh dear, that's wonderful for you.
It really is.
Uh,
But she's such a sweetie pie.
you have you have two,
I have three. It's Joel's
three.
fault. It's Joel's fault. We lost a cat. It was very sad. I was like, okay, I want a dog. He came home with a third cat.
Okay, okay.
He
He really doesn't want a dog.
really doesn't know.
Let's see.
Uh, all
Wow.
right. Well, I have got to cut this off. So
Okay.
I will look forward to seeing your books in the shop, and everyone should read this book. It's amazing.
Oh, thank you.
You're
Thank you.
welcome.
And thanks for all your support. I can't
Absolutely.
tell you, as working with an independent publisher, you really don't get much beyond what you get, what you see. So I appreciate your support. Thank you.
Absolutely. And I am looking forward to you being a great success. Good
Thank
job.
you. Thanks, Shannon, for
All right.
everything. All
Well,
righty.
all right. Oh, got it. Excuse me. There we go. A little monster. All right. Well, thank you for being here. And everyone look for A Deeper Dive by Deborah Madar very, very soon. Or now. Go now. That's a good idea.
Now's good.
Sounds
Now's
good.
good. All right.
All
Thanks,
right.
Shannon.
All right. See you
Bye
later.
now. All right.
Bye.
Bye.